Welcome to This Week in Warhammer. My name's Lewis and it's time to take a look at what's happening in your favourite hobby over the next 7 days. We travel to the world of Legend this week with some brutal and bestial pre-order releases for Warhammer the Old World. The true Children of Chaos are released upon the lands as the Beastmen Brayherd's battalion box makes its way onto the battlefield, alongside a whole herd of hooved savages arriving to tear your foes limb from limb, including heroes, infantry, cavalry, behemoths, wizards and much more. Want to discover forbidden knowledge of how your Cloven Ones wage war on the tabletop? Pick up the Arcane Journal Beastmen Brayherds, jam-packed with additional background and rules. There's also a reference card pack and dice set too. There are also classic heroes, mages and nobles arriving alongside a Stormweaver on Unicorn for the High Elf Realms on a made-to-order basis. Plus classic mages and a noble on Elven Steed returning for the Wood Elf Realms, also on a made-to-order basis. We're making our way to the Mortal Realms this week too, with pre-order releases for Warhammer Age of Sigmar. The Sand and Bone Gaming Pack, a brand new expansion for your fast-paced games with Spearhead arrives, featuring thematic terrain, new rules and new realm battlefields. There are 4 brand new Spearheads too, with the Sunblooded Prowlers for the Seraphon, Mortazan Elite for the Ossiarch Bone Reapers, Fusel Platoon for Cities of Sigmar, and Scrapgluts for Ogor Mawtribes. There's also the newly arrived General's Handbook to aid you in fighting exciting and thematic match play games. But that's not all, as a whole host of heroes, infantry, warriors and siege engines make their way onto the battlefield for the Middle-earth strategy battle game this week too, including brand new miniatures for Hera, Daughter of Helm, Bolg, Spawn of Azog and Prince Imrahil of Dol Amroth. Immerse yourself in the worlds of Warhammer with these Black Library pre-order releases. You can get your claws on Space Wolves: The Young Wolf by William King in a beautifully presented limited edition slipcase this week, featuring 3 much-loved books from the classic Space Wolf series. Cult of the Spiral Dawn by Peter Feravari is also available in audiobook format too. On Warhammer TV this week, God Engines clash in the most titanic of battles as the first episode of Kill Lupercal stomps into view only on Warhammer TV. Our presenters put their heads together to take on the perils of the warp and escape Immaterium in our latest episode of Open Play. We discussed The Hollow King by John French over on Black Library Book Club, and Brain Boys once again pits 2 teams of hobbyists against one another to earn victory points and claim themselves the brainiest. Whatever Warhammer hobby you're up to this week, head to the Sunday preview article over on Warhammer Community to find out more about all of the upcoming releases. And make sure to keep up to date with all the latest news by following us on the Warhammer Community website, as well as Facebook, YouTube, Instagram and Twitch. That's all for this week. We'll see you next time.